Everyone. Hi everyone. Um have you ever heard, I just came across this topic today. Have you ever heard that saying that the cleaner your environment, the more productive you are? So the environment that you work with affects your productivity. Is it something that you've come across? Let me know. So I just apparently science proves that, you know, how clean and tidy and neat your working environment is better for your productivity. So I came across this topic today, why your working space matters. And my mind went back to my high school, junior high. So um, my senior high was in a special science school. My junior high was in a different Catholic school. So in my junior high, our principal then, the school principal, she was always keen and always like um, concerned about the environment that we studied in. She was always, advising and encouraging that people should study in clean environments. Of course, in high school where there are rotas for students to sweep, the classroom, sometimes people don't do what they are meant to do on time, and you find that the classrooms can be a little bit messy. So of course these schools were all boarding houses. We we lived in the school. Most of us in that school were boarders. So you find that sometimes when people are studying, even if um, the rota wasn't followed and the whole classroom is messy, but you see someone studying in one corner, and that corner, that person sweeps out, that particular corner of the classroom just to make their immediate environment clean. So, I mean, we were doing this at the time, and our reasons then was just to be clean, to be neat, to be tidy, you know. Of course, students, they can have their snacks or have their lunch and leave sweet wrappers there or pieces of paper. So those were the kind of things that you see lying around on the classroom floor. So, but when people come in to study, in the evening, and it's not yet time for the daily cleaning rotation, or it has not been done, you see people just like tidying up their own desk areas to be clean. So, I mean, little did I know that this is also something that affects your output, affects your productivity. Even science backs it up. So I came across this topic today and I now said, wow, so many practices that are encouraged from childhood. You do them because this is what your teacher said, this is what your mom said. But little do we know that all these things have scientific reasons. They have therapeutic effects on our body. So this is an interesting topic, and I just said let's come and discuss it, bring out the more scientific aspects of it today. So why does our space matters? So just think about how you feel when you walk into a messy room versus a clean room. they say that the more cluttered your space is, it affects your mind. It makes your mind more cluttered. You will be less motivated if your mind is cluttered. So when your environment is cluttered, your mind is cluttered, and because your mind is cluttered, you're not able to make wise decisions. You feel low, you don't feel so motivated, you don't feel so inspired, and it's all about how the cluttered environment is affecting you. So, and you can also see, if you watch all these TV shows about hoarders and all, you would see that it's something that has to do with mental health. So, it's very easy to understand the link between your physical environment and your mind. That is, there's a sense of relief that you have when you go into your house and everywhere is clean, the floor is swept, your kitchen is tidy, no dishes lying around, no laundry to do. You feel relieved. Or when you've set out to do all the tasks for the day and you're going to bed, you go to bed lighter, than when all the things you set out to do for the day, maybe you've not done 50%. When you're going to bed, you're going to bed defeated and hoping to catch up the next day. So all these things play a role in our decision making, in our output. So if you're struggling with low output, I think the first place to check is your working environment. How is your working environment? Physically, let's even look at it before you now consider the toxicity of the people around you. How is your working environment? Is it a cluttered place? Is it a place, with all bags and baggage of stuff that you don't need, that have accumulated over years? Some people, when they move house with boxes, and those boxes stay there for years without being unpacked. So what does that tell you? That tells you that you don't need it. It's time to give it out to charity or to just throw it in the recycle. So your space matters a lot, and studies have shown that clutter increases stress, and it can even raise your cortisol level. So cortisol is the stress hormone, and when you see that your environment is chaotic, that is untidy, everything is piling on each other, your brain has to process more information, and it's leading to mental exhaustion. So, but when you organize everywhere, you feel free, you feel light. So if you're someone that, you're very lazy, you don't like tidying up things, just start small. The whole house might be overwhelming to you. Start from your kitchen, start from your bathroom. Declutter those areas. Set a timer, designate like maybe 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. in the morning and tidy up the place. Have your shower, and you will see how you feel light during the day. So challenge yourself today if this is something that you find, distressful, if this is something that you find very tasking, and this is also why you should start early to give children responsibility and structure so that they don't find it so lazy to clean around themselves. When they finish playing with their Lego bricks and other toys, teach them to tidy up. When they finish eating, teach them to take their plates to the kitchen and wash it. Teach them to make their bed in the morning. And when they become of age, teach them to start cooking. These are all life skills that would help one to be more organized and to be more tidy. So thank you all for watching. I hope you got a little bit of message from this our short go live this evening. Let's hear your comments. Let's hear your ideas in the comment section, about this topic. I know so many people, especially um, when you relocate to a country that you don't have any help. You're the mom, you're the wife, you're the teacher, you have your full-time job as well. You might be struggling a lot with um, keeping the house tidy, especially those that work 16 hours, 14 hours. When you come, it's just, time to go to bed. But I would say if, you're so bent on doing overtime, then you have to pay someone to do 1 hour cleaning in your house if, and try to use technology to automate so many of those daily tasks so that if it's 1 hour that you have, you can just whiz through house chores and keep your place tidy, so that it doesn't affect your productivity, it doesn't affect your mind, it doesn't give you mental exhaustion. Because as you can see, if your environment is so cluttered, it's going to be affecting the way you make decisions. It's going to drain you. So thank you all for watching. We try to share topics on self-growth that would help us, as entrepreneurs, and also help us in our personal lives. So I hope you found this topic today useful, and let's hear your ideas in the comments.